Can I just say one thing that I am extremely proud of all of our OTC cadets, and it brings a lot of sense of pride when I get to see them in their uniforms and being able to represent Lincoln County with such pride and dignity, whether it be with the Raider competitions or the parades that we have for the community, the events that we have for the flag ceremonies and the national anthem at all of our varsity sporting events. And I just think it goes without, it needs to be said again that as your old principal, I'm extremely proud of each and every single one of you, and I want you to keep up the good work. So, okay.
We agree with every one of those words, Mr. Shack. Okay, our next speaker, and you're going to have to bear with me a little bit. Pastor, is it Daniel? You're going to have to help me, sir.
David Vernick.
David Vernick. I got the D right.
That's okay. My comments to the school board, and I do appreciate your time, are moot now that we've established that you all have had a successful negotiation with the Army. From a pastoral standpoint, I'm a youth pastor. I work with teens all the time, and I know programs like this desperately need to be in place to encourage, to develop respect and integrity and pride and community, and it is a vital issue for our nation to have these kids in programs like that. But like I said, you've already established that it's a safe program that's not going anywhere, and we're not going to have to worry about it. So I do appreciate your time, and I appreciate your comments and your support for this program.
Thank you, Pastor David Vernick. Okay, the next person we have on our list is Caleb McKinnon. Caleb is already here.
He's been before.
Yeah, we've seen him. We'll probably see him again.
I just want to say thank you for reaching that agreement with the Army. And I got to say that from my perspective that Dare to See is one of the best programs in Lincoln County High School. It changes a lot of kids, and it takes something off my conscience. You know, I'm leaving here soon for the Army, and I didn't want this program, even though I'm not in it anymore. I just didn't want to see it done away with, because I see a lot of kids come in and they come from troubled homes, and JRTC is like a big family, you know. So if this issue ever occurs again down the road, you know, I would hope that, you know, everybody understands the importance of our program and the community. And you can ask veterans at the American Legion, you know, they enjoy coming to Veterans Day. I mean, JRTC, there's a lot of good that comes out of it. That's all I have to say, and thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
That's the last speaker, person we had signed in on ROTC. Does any member of the board have anything they'd like to say before?
Mr. Priestley, I would like to say something.
I hear a voice, but
Right here.
Yes.
My name is Gail Ashworth, and my son was in the ROTC program at Lincoln County for 4 years. My son had never said anything about going to joining the service. When he was a sophomore in high school, he came home one day, said, "Mom, I'm going to join the Army." Today, my son is in basic training in Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri. So it's a good program.
We wholeheartedly concur. We wish your son well. Caleb, we wish you well, and we're not only proud of you, but we appreciate all you do to defend us.
Thank you.
Ms. Smith.
I'd like to say something to you. My son-in-law, Douglas Clay, is there training your son right now.
Oh, is he? Will you tell him to take care of my son? Yes.
Shouldn't have said that, Carol. Then she'll get your phone number.
Could you call your son?
Yeah, could you call your son Mom?
Did you say your son's name was?
Alan Ashworth.
Alan, okay. I'll tell him.
Thank you.
Mr.
Don't get it
President,
now.
Small world.
I signed up to be on the agenda for, I don't know where she put the paperwork.
I should give, you can talk.
Okay. As some of you know, I'm Sergeant Lawrence from Hammond Police Department. I'm your PRO at high school. Last year's my first full year there, and I really didn't know what I was stepping into, dealing with youth on a day-to-day basis. As the year went on and started out, I was starting to see these young students, as you see them here, high in tights, hair pulled up, smiles on their face. They were in their Class A uniforms, distinguished badges on. And I was like, okay, what's this about? And I got to speaking to some of them, and they always finish a question with, yes, sir, no, sir, which blew my socks off. Most days, you don't have too many young people saying that to you. And I was very impressed by that. As the year went on, I started getting closer to talking to them in non-traditional education, from drinking underage, drugs, social media sites, and problems that do occur in juvenile lives. And as we went on, I found out not all their students are A honor roll. Some of them are with high honors. Some of them is not star athletes, but some of them play sports. That program is a structure. A lot of families need structure. That family there in the program has a structure. And I got real close friends with both instructors, and I was impressed on what kind of citizenship and students they were turning out. They were bringing new students in daily, and a few weeks later you were seeing them with smiles on their face and excited about going to 10th grade English that they were failing because their grades were improving because they had a mentor. And I applaud you all for coming to an agreement with Army. I know you all have a hard job. I wouldn't want your job. And you talk about me, my hand on my gun, but you wouldn't want my job either. This spring, we had a flood, as the county knows, and a lot of our students were displaced. And it hit Lincoln County very hard. The director of the 911 Center called me and says, Sergeant Lawrence, I need your help. I said, yes, sir. He says, I need some people to unload some trucks of water. I go to an instructor down there, and he says, I need some guys. They're willing to help. Lo and behold, 7 of them volunteered right off the bat. Yes, sir. So we take them to the OES. We're unloading loads and loads of food, water, and everything. And the director comes to me and says, well, I need to tell them how to put it. They put it organized better than what we could, and we've been doing it for years. I just applaud this program to no ends. As the year went on, I got a little pen from an instructor. It says, enter to learn, leave to lead. It's called a unit crest. On my Class A uniform, that's on my chest. I wear it with pride. I've had officers, I've had people in the community ask me, what's that for? It's a unit crest from the Lincoln County Panther Division unit crest. I said, that's what they pride themselves on. I just applaud you, I applaud this program, and thank you so much for what you do for this program, and just keep up the good work. Thank you.
I do want to say how proud I am of seeing the students in action, and they're wonderful. And I'm so proud. And I hope you all have a wonderful year.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, I do find your name there,
You just told me bottom list, I know.
No, I'm already in trouble over my handwriting deciphering. Okay, so we're going to go on to another topic now. So all of you that are here over JROTC are welcome to stay, or if you want to go into our next topic, you're welcome to stay for that, or leave or stay for that, please. The next person on our agenda, yeah, I'll give you all a second. Not that we're boring.
No, they have to work in the morning, so.
We can appreciate that. Okay. Our next speaker is Gary Ellis, who's going to talk about soccer, boys soccer. Victor.
Ladies, gentlemen of the board, what our problem is a scheduling problem. Come to our attention yesterday that we're not going to be able to schedule all of our soccer games at the field over here. We don't understand why. I don't see any scheduling with any of the other teams, no conflict. We don't feel that the other soccer team is ready to host other schools coming in there. We have reasons like parking, seating, sanitation, no water, no place to wash your hands, bathroom facilities, have no place for the teams to change. And the Lions Field has all these facilities for us, and we just wonder why. I mean, we've never had any problem in the last 3 years on scheduling, around the other teams that use the facilities over there, and we just like to know why we're not able to continue scheduling all of our games there. With the ability to have a concession we make most of our money through that concession. I mean, we do have a few other fundraisers, but we make approximately $1,000 to $1,500 a year using that concession. At the school, it's not quite complete. Although it does meet minimum set standards as far as the soccer size of the field. It's 100 yards by 50 yards. A standard soccer field is minimum of 110 by 60, so we missed that criteria. I mean, although it's legal for the high school, it's still not standard size. And we have a concern about the fence being only as close as it is to the field sidelines. We can't stop fast enough, there might be an injury there. So the parents would like to know if there's anything that we can do to set up, this side of changing our scheduling so we can make all of our games here at the facility. I mean, I just have to agree with the parents that it's just not Panther Pride material yet.
Let me just, I want to clarify now. We're talking about the high school board.
We're talking about the high school board soccer.
Now, are you speaking, because many of us are kind of not totally familiar with that, are you talking about the games that are played out here at the Lions Club field?
Yes, I am.
And that's where you prefer to play?
Yes, it
Or
is.
the due to
Yes, we
schedule?
have, it's an A1 facility over there. They keep it clean, they keep it up. The fields are A1. And although the field at the high school is pretty nice field, it just barely meets regulation size. It's not a standard size field. We're concerned about how close the fencing is. I mean, we have to decelerate to running into it. For bathrooms, all they have is the porta potties over there. There's no way to wash our hands. There's no place for our opposing teams to change. So we just like to see if there's anything we can do to stay over here at this field.
Well, I'm just going to say, I think we're just trying to clarify and understand the issue, Mr. Curry.
Who are you having trouble scheduling?
Well, we don't have any. We don't know. We don't know. All I was told was that we're not going to be able to schedule any home games over at the Lions Field until I think mid-September, and we don't understand.
Who told you that?
Ben Fye, our coach.
Mr. Sachs, are you familiar with this issue?
Yes, sir, and I can address the board on that if you'd like.
Please.
One of the things that has been an initiative for me, as well as the comprehensive facilities plan, is to make sure that we have all of our athletic facilities housed on the Lincoln County High School campus. And I have actually had several individuals since taking over as the head high school principal from the community who have invested money in the Panther athletics programs, specifically the soccer field, that have been upset because we haven't been able to play any games over there. And again, one of my initiatives has been to make sure that as much in the way of athletics can be housed on our campus as possible. And to show the community that, if you invest money into Lincoln County High School and our facilities, that we're gonna see it through and be able to use those facilities for what they're meant to, for what those dollars were allocated for. In regards to the Panther soccer field, I've done my best to make accommodations for them so that they can play. I believe the boys have 4 or 5 games, and so do the girls. So both boys and girls will be playing the first 4 or 5 games at our facility. I've purchased a scoreboard for those students to have with their soccer field. In addition, I've told both coaches that they will be that I will give them an allotment for fuel for a generator to run the concession stand. So I feel like I've made a lot of I'm providing as much assistance as I can to make sure that the community can see that we're going to be using facilities that are put in place at Lincoln County High School. In addition, in our conversations when it comes to adding athletic facilities, when the time comes to be able to start groundwork on the additional athletic field, which will be able to house football, soccer, and track, the excess dirt that they're going to be excavating from that area will also be taken over to where the existing soccer field is to expand those fencing regulations that you're expressing. And I've also talked with the maintenance department so that we have our mowing crew on a regular basis coming down to provide mowing services as well as weed eating services so that that property and that facility will be in the condition that you expect as a parent and as a community member for when the games are actually held at Lincoln County High School.
Well, it's not so much the field, how it's kept up, because they do keep it nice and mowed, but we do have a problem with the size of it. It's not a standard size field. We have no seating over there. We have no parking over there. Where are we supposed to sit? I mean, once they pull the cars in and down there, There's no place for the people to sit. And at the level of the fence itself, even if we are sitting and bring our own chairs, it's at eye level, so we will be obstructing the game for us. So I mean, like I said before, we understand, you know, the money situation, but we still feel that it's not ready, complete enough in order to host other schools to come over there, and it doesn't show our Panther pride. I mean, to have to go to an outhouse and you can't wash your hands. We can't put the team up into a place where they could change into their uniforms. As of right now, like I said, we don't know of any conflict of scheduling. If they're going to let us do September, why can't they let us do August as well? So, I mean, like I said, we understand, but by not having a concession stand, we have ice at the Lions Field in case someone sprains an ankle. We have water at the Lions Field. We have clean bathrooms, and we just feel that in the future, yes, we would love to be able to play on our school and show our school off. But at the time, we just don't feel that it's ready for us to be playing there. And again, I do say that I don't see any no conflict of scheduling there. That why even if the football team plays on Friday, we'll be playing days before that, and I don't see why there's an extra problem, and neither do the parents. So I hope we can come to some kind of understanding.
Can I address two other concerns that he had brought up? Again, the seating issue that he brought up. I've also put in a request with the maintenance department for the Board of Education to be able to bring 2 of the bleachers over that are actually housed at Lions Club Field. I've gotten approval from them to use 2 of the bleachers that are on their outfield. They both have the ends as required by the SSAC for any kind of bleachers that are over. I believe it's four levels, and I think the bleachers that I'm having brought over are actually 8 levels, so they'll fit up to 160 people. So bleachers are actually coming over for that facility before your first game. And the reason that I chose, I think it's September 5th was the cutoff date for any games after September 5th will be played, considered at home, that they would be over at Lions Club Field, because Lions Club Field actually has lights at that point. And we don't have lights at Lions Club Field. But let me also say that I think it's important for supportive parents as yourself within the soccer, both boys and girls, that if your true desire is to be able to play all your games at Lincoln County High School, just as the boys baseball, for example, you know, they have been working on getting their facility up to par as well, and it's been very important for those community members to have it over there. And I think that unless we start to make the first step, which is to actually have games at Lincoln County High School, then we're going to be continuing to use facilities that are farther away from our campus. And I think that that's why it's important to have the first step of playing 4 or 5 games at Lincoln County High School, and then, because of the lighting conditions, to be able to move it over to Lions Club Field. But I am aware that there aren't any conflicts. This is the sole purpose behind this is to get the transition over to high school and to show the community that when they invest money in Lincoln County athletics, that we're going to be playing games on Lincoln County soil.
Even with the concessions that he's making for us, we're still concerned about the safety of the field, being the fence as close as it is, because if you know, the high school, the boys do run faster, they jump higher, and they need a little bit more time in order to be able to stop to keep from running into the fence. And then again, the sanitation. I mean, I don't really want to have to go use a porta potty over there and not be able to come out and wash my hands. I don't see the issue of showing that we're going to be playing there if it's not complete. If it's completed field, yes, I can understand, and I agree wholeheartedly. But in the situation that it's in right now, I just myself and the other parents don't feel that it's safe and that it's ready to be hosting other teams. So,
Mr. Ellis, does the board anybody have any?
Well, I understand what you're saying, because I spend a lot of Saturdays at the soccer field with my grandkids.
it's I mean it's an up and coming facility, and we
It's too close to the Alabama line.
Yes, it is. I mean, and like I said, bringing the boys over there, we've always been under the impression that it's actually the girls' soccer field, because we really haven't been able to use the facility up until this year, when we were told that we're going to have to start playing some of our games over there. but like I said, it's coming along, it's getting there, and we appreciate the, you know, the scoreboard and, you know, bringing in the electric power and everything else, but even with all that, we just don't think it's, you know, we're gonna lose approximately $1,000 by playing over at the high school instead of having the concession stands at the Lions Field. So again, you know, that's our grievance.
Well, Mr. Ellis, you know, we'll ponder this. This is new to us. We may ask Ms. Lucas and Mr. Sachs and Mr. Banfi to discuss it further to see if they can.
Well, like I said, I don't understand whether there be any problems. There's really no, you know, scheduling conflict. It's just a matter of, you know, the implication, the implementing of the new ideas that you know, Mr. Sack wants to start. So
We understand that, and we'll have them to just lose to Mr. Sachs and Mr. Banfi and to see if they can resolve this.
well, we'll thank you. We thank you for hearing us.